Hello and welcome to my next video on my YouTube channel, Unapologetic with Lorelei. Over the past few weeks, I've been, no, on my last few videos rather, sorry, I have been talking about wake-up calls that really shaped my life. And I'm standing here in the forest, in a beautiful piece of nature. It's partly forest and heathland. And I'll be talking with you from here, like I do practically in all my videos. I like to walk and talk you through things. And and as I said, the previous ones, they were about major wake-up calls in my life that shaped me. And I wanted to reflect on those three. Perhaps you haven't, have you seen them or not? You can always see them within my playlist, and that's not. You can always have a look there and see what I'm talking about. Because the major wake-ups that I was talking about was about how I left my home, my mother's house, where I grew up when I was 18 at a very young age, because of a narcissistic stepfather. The second one was finishing a long relationship, which what I normally would say would be the love of my life. But then I realized that love isn't enough. There needs to be more than love, and it has to be real love, because everything what's been said as love might not always be that. And then the third one, which really shaped and changed my life um, permanently, I think, and it sounds dramatic, but it did, was divorcing after 18 years and leaving with my three young children. So I wanted to reflect on those topics again from the last two videos, and I hope you can. Well, I don't hope you can resonate. I can only hope you can resonate um, by having wake-up calls in your life and acknowledging them, and being able to respond to them and make decisions accordingly. So I'll be flipping the screen. I'll be showing you where I am and share with you this beautiful piece of nature, and we'll talk more from there. So I'll be seeing you on the other side of the screen. Right, so here I am, talking to you from the other side of the screen and showing you around this beautiful trail that I'm walking on here right now. And well, talking about my topic of today, and which would be the life lessons I had from my three wake-up calls, actually, and the ones I was talking about in my previous videos. And as a recap, my wake-up calls, they involved with me leaving my mother's house where I grew up when I was 18, ending my relationship, a relationship after 12 years, and another one, a long relationship, my marriage rather, and I have to divorce after 18 years, and leaving with my three young children. Each one, um, they forced me actually to face myself, and to make my choice, and choose the path that I had chosen. And there are wake up calls, as I discussed them already in my other videos, that that caused the that caused the decisions to make, and that made you see, like, or made me see also, that this is it. This is the major thing that's it's gonna it's gonna tip all over the situation, and I have to realize I cannot ignore it. I cannot um, brush it away. I cannot find excuses for it. It's definitely now the wake up call for me that I have to push through my decisions and make my move. And those first two wake up calls that I had, that made me make my decision and take some action. But they were really lessons for me about courage, I believe, and self trust. Because leaving my childhood, my childhood home rather, uh, it taught me independence, and it taught me a lot of things as well. But I think that's the major thing that I learned from that. And ending my long relationship um, showed me the importance of real love and empathy, and that it's okay to walk away when something doesn't really nurture your soul anymore. On the contrary, it's damaging for your soul. Then those were the moments that I believe, those decisions, they shaped me. They shaped that, and both taught me that fear doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path. Um, but sometimes I believe it's more of a signal that you have to step into your true life. You have to keep going forward and make a move and make your life better. You have to do that. You owe it to yourself. That's my strong belief. And those are the two things I really did learn from those actions I had to take and those wake up calls that came into my life. And the third one, actually, now the third wake up call, my divorce. That was by far most, I believe, the most intense. Well, also in meaning of very intense because it also involved my children. And after that, raising my children alone and starting to live a more quiet life in the forest with them, um, and I chose kind of solitude over over an unhealthy relationship, an unhealthy relationship, and actually any kind of relationship. I never had another relationship after that, and raising my children alone. That was for me. Raising my children alone was a kind of a blessing in disguise for me because it taught me so much. It taught me everything about love, and it also taught me things about unconditional love. And I believe, okay, you cannot compare your child with the love for your child, perhaps with the love for a partner, but I believe love is love, and you cannot kid yourself. If it's just not there, it's just not there, and then you have to walk away from it for your own health, to keep your own heart healthy. Because I believe strongly in home is where the heart is, but you have to make a home for your heart. That's also my strong belief. You have to make a home for your heart. It's not automatically there, and yes, it's nice to do, and it's nice if you can be rewarded with feeling happier and feeling more content with your life and feeling more peaceful inside. I think then you really, really know that you made it through all the hardships and you made the right decisions, and you can be proud of yourself. I think you can say it like it is. You can be proud of yourself if you manage to do that. I don't know if anything of this relates to you, or it resonates to you rather, and if you do have also situations or had situations that you had to have a wake up call for to make a move, to make an action accordingly. All in all, these wake up calls, they showed me that freedom and authenticity are such a great gift of life, and I think we have to give it ourselves. And even when it feels scary or lonely, and if you can't see really the benefit of it and the positiveness in it, because sometimes I believe life's hardest moments rather are the kind of wake up calls we need to finally live in more of alignment with who we really are. I like to call it a natural harmony with yourself. That probably comes from me loving nature so much, and I like natural harmony. That's where if you don't have natural harmony in your life, then it's time to go and do something about it. That's my strong belief. So I believe looking back at all these three major wake up calls, I've learned that courage is just is moving forward despite fear. So you don't let fear lead you, but it's the courage that will overwin it. And you do have courage. You might be surprising yourself. You might have more courage in yourself than you have more courage than you actually believe from yourself that you do. And then another one is like self trust. It's your greatest compass, and you have to follow your self trust. And then the third one is like I believe it's like choosing yourself, realizing that that isn't selfish, and or choosing for your children as well. I mean that's far from selfish. It's just necessary for a life of meaning and a healthy life, a non-toxic life, and a love with peace, with inner peace. And in my case, it was for me and my children. So yeah, you can't lose there if you go for that. If you aim for that, then you're on the right track. So perhaps you have any kind of wake up calls in your life. Perhaps you feel it's time to rather than for investigate, because you might feel off already for a while and don't really know why you're feeling off and not so good. And sometimes, as I said, endings are the beginnings in disguise. You may not see it at the beginning, but yeah, they are that. They are for sure that. So if you really want to look more into it, you can also have a look at my previous um, videos. I also have a playlist you can subscribe to, and I have a lot of walk and talk reflections in the forest about all kinds of things that happen in life and happen to us in life. This is what my channel is about. I am 63 years of age, and I like to share a lot of life lessons, life stories, and experiences, and hope somebody can resonate and somebody feels supported by it, because that would be just so great if I could achieve that. And in the meantime, I hope you can enjoy the scenery that I'm showing you at the same time. So, saying that, I do wish you a very, very nice day. I hope you can take care of yourself, and you will take care of yourself and your loved ones. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.